Hello everyone, and welcome to Chapter 1 of Film Study Concepts. This series will introduce to you some of the most fundamental ideas of film studies. The content of these videos will be primarily based on Film Studies and Introduction by Ed Seekhoff. The aim of this series is to provide you the information needed to annotate, discuss, and better understand the films we'll be examining. In this chapter, we'll be looking at the film image and basic cinematography. Mise-en-scène is a term originated from stage theater. Literally, it translates to placing on stage. In the context of cinema, this term refers to everything you can see in any shot of any film, or to quote Ed Seekhoff, the totality of the expressive content in the image. Much like theater, everything that we see on the image of a film is deliberate and expressive. Mise-en-scène can include props, costumes, set pieces, makeup, actors and all their actions, as well as the camera's position, angle, and movement. A shot is the smallest unit of measurement within a film. It refers to an uninterrupted run of the camera. From the moment the camera starts running to the moment the recording stops, a single shot is created. During the process of filming, each attempt at capturing a shot is called a take. While a shot is the smallest unit of a film, it nonetheless contains many expressive elements that we mentioned previously. Shot distance or shot scale refers to the distance between the camera and the subject within a shot. Extreme long shots features a great distance between the camera and subject. They're often used at the beginning or end of a sequence in order to establish setting and context. Next on the list is the long shot. We can use a character's body as a guideline to identify this distance. If you can see the character from head to toe while they're standing upright, the shot can be considered a long shot. Long shots are useful in displaying full body actions, as the frames are tall enough to encompass full body movement without the need to cut away. Medium long shots can be identified if the height of the shot goes from the character's head to their knee. This shot was popularized in the Western genre, where the cowboy's weapons need to be visible in the shot. Medium shots are commonly used to frame characters, and they display the character from their waist up. The medium close-up is when the shot encompasses the character from the chest up. This is a very common shot for scenes featuring character interactions. If you see a character's head fill most of the screen, you know you stumbled upon the close-up. Close-ups are very useful in highlighting facial expressions. Anything closer than that is what we call extreme close-ups. These shots are great at expressing a sense of tension. Now, I understand that these seem like a lot of terms to remember, but keep in mind that shot scale are inherently expressive. If you're ever unsure about the purpose of a certain shot distance, just ask yourself, what do I see? And how does it make me feel? The expression and meaning of shots are also heavily context dependent and can be interpreted in a number of ways. Besides distance, the angle in which the shot is taken can also take on expressive qualities. The most common shot angle you'll encounter is the eye level shot. This shot places the camera at the same level as the eyes of the characters. Eye level shots provide an unobstructed view of the subject and their surroundings, and can be used if the filmmaker does not want to call attention to the camera. When the camera is placed below a subject and looking up at an angle, it is called a low angle shot. This angle can suggest a sense of superiority and power of the subject in frame. When the upward tilt of the camera gets closer to 90 degrees, we can consider the shot to be extreme low angle, or worm's eye view. It makes sense because it kinda looks like what a worm would see when they crawl out of the ground in the morning. A high angle shot, on the other hand, is when the camera is placed above the subject and looking down at an angle. This perspective can make the subject seem small, insignificant, or powerless. If the downward tilt of the camera gets closer to 90 degrees, the shot can be considered extreme high angle, or, as you might have guessed, bird's eye view. When the body of the camera is tilted sideways rather than up or down, the image produced will appear slanted. This is what we call a canted angle, or a Dutch tilt. This angle is easily the most noticeable, as we rarely see the world this way in our everyday life. The Dutch tilt is often used to produce a sense of instability, chaos, unease, or drama within a shot. Now that you know all about shot scale and angle, let's take a look at some common shot compositions. A master shot is one that includes much of the set, prop, and characters all in one. It is usually used to establish context for an entire scene, especially in older films. As you might expect, they often take place at the beginning of scenes in order to help in orientation. Two shots, as the name might suggest, feature two characters occupying most of the frame. This shot can be used to present character interactions in a way that provides equal visual weight for both characters. The three shot is very similar. The only difference lies in the number of characters on screen. But be sure to pay attention to the increase in shot distance, as the frame needs to compensate for one more character. The point of view shot is also known as the POV shot. A POV shot is assumed to be taken from the exact point of view of a certain character. What we see is what the character is seeing. The POV shot is distinct in that it provides the subjective vision of a character within a film's world, rather than the seemingly objective vision of the filmmaker. You made it! That's all for this chapter. I hope you have learned lots and had a good time doing so. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or your instructor. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next chapter.